Hi guys, first time trying to do a video like this. I figured it would be a good opportunity to record this just to show some of the challenges and other things that go into and other things that are taken into consideration when preparing the content for this channel. Now, excuse my speech a little bit. I had a little procedure today at the dentist, so I'm not fluent as I am usually. Okay, so where do we start? First thing I'm going to do is I am going to put on a timer once I've started the video part of this. But for the time being, I'm just going to go over some of these items here. This is the agenda. I just put these notes here so that I remember what I need to share with you. So first thing is, this channel, dubbed the Drama Llama, originally came into being because I wanted to find a good way to have relevant, or not relevant, regular content that I can put out on the channel while trying various techniques that I've been learning for affiliate marketing. And so I figured at the time that without being too technical, at least I can try some of the strategies that I'm learning. Hence why I picked this niche. So for this channel, the plan is put out content daily. They're just going to be, short videos between 5 and 10 minutes based on what I find. And at some point I plan to get the channel monetized, but also I want to try the affiliate stuff. So it's not going to be anything too serious. This channel is not for serious affiliate marketing, but I get to try things out. And so more than likely what I'll be doing is the offers that I've been making on this aren't going to be your typical product affiliation. It's just going to be, contests or gift cards or something like that. I don't know yet. I haven't found the offers yet, but I figured I will try starting off by doing the content, getting a system down so that I can produce them in the most efficient manner, and then I start finding offers that I can put in the videos as I go along. And then my hope is that from this exercise I will learn all the basics of how to use the tools that I'm currently using to become more proficient with putting these videos up, and then I'll get more into other types of affiliate marketing stuff as I mature, I guess. I mean, I'm pretty much mature now, but I'm pretty new at this YouTube stuff. So this is for practice, basically. All right, so where do I start now? So first thing, I'll just talk about the tools that I use. For the videos that I've done trials, I've done a couple of videos for trying, just to see how to put things together. And I've been able to get by with using Voice Maker, which helps me to do, basically creates the voice, the computer generated voice in my videos. I use Camtasia to do the minor editing. It's a very basic editing platform and also does for screen capture. I'm not using Camtasia right now because I don't think I can use it to capture while I'm using it to do the video. So right now I'm using Loom just to capture this. I hope it doesn't crash on me. We'll see. And I also use Reddit, the website. And then for any of the design stuff like the channel art, the what is that called? The thumbnail and so on, I use Canva as well. And so I think that's all I use. I'm going to go along and then we'll see if I missed anything out. But I think that's all I was able to use. Now, some history on this channel is I came up with the name The Drama Llama just because I couldn't come up with another name. Initially, the channel, because when I think of Reddit, I think of drama. However, after going more into it, I find that some of the stuff is not necessarily drama, but I'm going to talk about that later in my thoughts and lessons learned. But pretty much I came up with that name because I was looking for something that, you know, a name that I think would stick, the drama llama. And then I also came up with different personas. So the drama llama, his name is Fred. Don't ask me why I picked that name. I picked a name that when my computer generated voice was saying it would be clear. There were other names, but I picked Fred. And then for the person who is reading, his name is Derek. I went through a couple of different names and I found that Derek was a name that the computer generated voice said pretty well, that you could clearly hear what it was saying. You wouldn't confuse it with some other name. Although Derek does sound like Eric, now that I'm saying it, but whatever, it sounds fine. And then what I'll do is over time, I may introduce other characters, but I don't know. Depends on where this goes. As again, this is just for practice. I want to see how far I can go with this. And it's really just to learn how to come up with to learn the tools and also come up with the strategies to consistently put content out. Obviously, this is not content that is original or any of that stuff, but we have to start somewhere. Okay, so I picked this and we'll see how it goes. I have lots of other stuff that I'm working on too, so I don't have all the time to come up with new content, so I figure let's start here and see where it goes. Alright, so now let's get into making the video. So my goal today, I have not done this before, I'm doing this right now. I'm going to record all of this and show you what I do, and I'm going to put a timer on to see how long it actually takes me. But my goal is in the end to create something that is as close to 10 minutes as possible. May not get that far, I don't know, we'll see. And I want to see, well, I know the answer, but let's see. When you watch some of the videos of people telling you how to do this, it's supposed to be very simple and all that stuff. So let's see, based on what I think I need to do. Now, some of the things I do here, I don't have to do them, but I think I have to do them because I watch other videos that people put out, and you know they're pretty basic, and this video is also very basic, but let's see where we go. All right, so first thing is I'm gonna start a little timer over here. So let's start a timer here. I'm gonna also start it on my phone here because just in case this page dies, at least I know where things are going. It's a little bit out of sync, but that's fine. All right, so and then I'm going to talk about actually I should have done this before, but I can do this quickly. So what I'm planning to do here is I'm going to prepare some of the content beforehand, and I'm going to post them to my channel so that I can get a little buffer I can create a little buffer of content. And so what I've seen with the Reddit stuff is content is being put on the Reddit site daily. So I don't think that I don't think you have to be up to date to say, oh, I'm going to put out the latest content here. There's stuff being put there. Every second there's a new post and there's tons of people on there. It's almost limitless. So I'm just going to pick some content, create the video, or that's my plan, and then I'll post them so that I can at least get something coming out each day. And so I've created a couple of these. These are just different types of videos that I've created. I just keep a little log here so I know what I've done already. And then once I find the content, I have this little checklist of things that I need to do in order to consider the video prepared for publishing. Now, this is still a work in progress, and if you see anything that you think I can add to my process, please comment in the video below. I do appreciate any feedback. So let's go ahead. So first thing I'm going to do, I know that today I'm going to be doing an Ask Reddit, and as I do this, today's date is the 22nd. This is just so that I can keep track. I don't know which thing I'm going to do yet, but I know that as I go along with this will be my 6th video, and I am currently going to be doing the research of it and my planned publish date. Now, I don't know what this video will be about, but I did this one for the end of a week, and let's do this one for the beginning of a week. So in that week, I'm going to actually start doing regular content during that week. So let me go back to my calendar on my phone. So that week starts, well, I guess we can do Sunday, but I prefer to say that my week starts on a Monday and ends on the Sunday. So that would be the 24th. Oh, I didn't need to look at my phone. It was actually there. And then I need to do all these things before I'm considered complete. So I just copy those. I'm going to delete these links. I don't have an offer yet, but I have a link there that I could potentially put in at some point. But once I get the videos down to being regularly produced, then I'll come up with my link for my offer. I don't know what it is yet. All right, so where do we start? First thing we do is we go over to Reddit. Now, I'm gonna admit I never really used Reddit before. I'm in my 40s, and I asked my son to create this account for me, and I was very shocked at the amount of stuff that is over here. And some of the stuff is really shocking, but we'll go ahead anyway. So this is going to be Ask Reddit. So from what I understand, I've already logged in, and I'm going to go here. I ask my son to find these for me, but I'm going to do this myself this time. Maybe, let's see, maybe he's better at finding stuff. And so basically all you do is just scroll down here. Now we don't want to spend too long because there's so much stuff here. You're going to find that, or what I found is that if you go through here, there is something that you're going to pick here that somebody else is also publishing. And it just depends on how you're going to do your video. So just look for something that agrees with you. There's stuff here that I will never publish. They're just too, it's just, there's like a level that I would not go to. But I'm going to pick something that I think other people might be interested in. But at the same time, I don't know. Let's see where we go. So first one is, what did a crush do that made you instantly lose interest in him or her? Okay, that one is very popular. It's up. It's what do you call this? I don't even know the terminology. It has a lot of votes on it. It was upvoted a lot. That's an ad. We don't care. Actually, this one is very popular. So this one I probably won't go after because I know that this is something that everybody else will be doing. Although maybe who knows? Maybe that's a bad decision. Our teachers of Reddit, I guess it should be your draw anything you want story. Yeah, there's always some grammar stuff there. What non-sexual thing do you love doing when you're home alone? Okay, that one might be. All right, let's open that in another link, in another tab. You can look at that. We could try that one too. What's something dumb you thought of as a kid? Most people have a living room, bedroom, and bathroom. What non-conventional room is a game changer? Okay. If you had a lightsaber, what color would it be? People always like to look at that type of stuff. In 40 years, what will people be nostalgic for? Girls of Reddit, what are some ways a stepdad could help lift the self-esteem of a teenage girl without it seeming like something a parent is obligated to say or do? Okay, that might be interesting. I like positive stuff, even though a lot of the people that read Reddit stuff, they like more drama. That could have some drama in it. And that's another thing. When I picked the name Drama Llama, I wanted to do more drama, but then as I started to do some of the content, I realized too much drama is not good. But I just went with the name anyway. I couldn't bother to come up with another name and so on. So we'll just go with that. What real life things have one? I don't even know what that means. Maybe it means something to some of you, but I don't know what is 1 HP. HP means to me horsepower, but I don't know. I'm not even going to look in there. As a kid, when you were in the car, did you look out of the window? Imagine someone doing really fast parkour on rooftops and stuff. I don't think I've ever done that, but okay. What is your all-time favorite episode from any TV show? Okay, that might be interesting. Oh, spoiler. Okay, we'll just put it in the title. What random fact you would like to put here? That's too random. What's your favorite video game without saying it? They're non-Austrians. What looks significantly scarier at 3 a.m.? Okay, that might have something in there. And you see, we're just like, there's just tons and tons of stuff here. Like it will go on and on and on. So I'm just gonna stop there because I don't think there's, I'm sure I can get one video out of that. So let's go on to some detail. What non-sexual things do you love doing when you're home alone? So I first started to look at some of the answers, and sometimes I'll do one comment, or I may do comment and the replies. I don't see a lot of people doing that, but you know, I think that it might help, but we'll see. I'm trying different things. Even though I'm doing the Reddit channel and I'm following what some other people are doing, I'm trying to do something a little bit different too. So I wear a soft shirt, take off my socks, lay on my back, and use the traction of my feet on the hardwood floor to slide really fast, head first at the dog. Okay, so this is the best answer I've read so far. I keep laughing. So also what you'll notice is that the ones, I forgot to mention, I also try to do search for the best, and the best is obviously, it is, what do you call it now? It's based on other people's opinion of what they think the best is, but mostly it is just the number of points that is assigned based on the voting that person gets. And so those will be at the top. And even though you might not find something funny, enough people find it funny, or they find it interesting that they have voted it up. And so I'll start from the top and work my way down based on the best. So obviously that one will go in there, even though it's kind of weird. I'll put probably that answer. All right, so that looks, let's look at the second one. Slide around the hardwood floor with socks on. Okay. Okay. I feel obligated to play old time rock and roll. Okay. All right. Pretty much the same stuff, but with a little less anxiety. All right, so this seems like normal stuff, so that's fine. All right, let's look in this one. Our teachers have read it. What's your draw anything you want story? A poor guy who drew a self-portrait. He drew meticulous detail. When it came down to drawing his pants, he drew the zipper so carefully, but it looked like I was flummoxed about how to tell him that people might see something there that he didn't intend. Okay, so that was a little bit embarrassing. Sign your monster. Most kids draw cute ghosts. One sad clown by a belt from a ceiling fan. Okay, so that was a messed up kid. And then there might be some replies here. Okay, so this one is looking interesting, but I need to see how many posts are in here. Regular posts. A lot of these are replies. Okay, so I may be able to find something in here. Next one. Something dumb. My parents used to say they worked to make money, so I thought their job was actually printing money. That drinking and driving meant any kind of drinking. Okay. Thought Barbara Bush was Eve from the Bible. The news said she was the first lady. When I was a little kid and my parents were driving. Okay, so this one is pretty long. And initially I was dropping out long ones, but depending on the content, I may put them in. And so what I've been doing is I just do partial screen grabs and I put them together in one thing, and you'll see. So maybe I'll pick this one just as an example. That people, I'm not going to read it now because it looks too long. The people who come in, but obviously it got a lot of votes. People like it. I don't know. I mean, it's subjective, so maybe I don't like it, but people like it. The people would come in the night and cut off any appendages not covered by blankets. I conveniently convinced myself heads didn't count because that would be too gross. Okay, so this might look like one. I'll put this one in the front up here, and I lost track of which one. Okay, that was the art teacher. Put that one second. This first one this one not so interesting, so I'm gonna kill that one. What do you think? Maybe that one was interesting. You can let me know if you think it was interesting. If you had a lightsaber, what color would it be? Purple. Okay. I guess unless you... Yeah, it's... Okay, that one might not be... Alright, that one doesn't look too... I don't think I can get too much good content from there. So unless I think that you get the context if you went down into the comments, but then the video would get too weird. So I'll just skip on that one. That's what I think. Okay, girls of Reddit. Okay, here are the... Okay, usually it's salacious, but this isn't. This is the one that I think is... let's see where it goes. Sometimes you never know. Okay, so this is about what are some of the ways a stepdad could help lift the self-esteem of a teenage girl without it seeming like something a parent is obligated to say or do. Now, already this question is very long, so it would make it difficult for me to put a title on this video. I would have to rephrase it, but I like the topic. Because if it's going where I think the topic is going, then this would be an uplifting post, and I like uplifting posts. But let's see what the people actually put in there. Okay, this got 101 points. So obviously this thread is not very popular, because you notice the other threads that I was looking at, they were in the thousands of points, and while this one, the best is 100. So people don't like this thread on Reddit, because in the Ask Reddit, I find that people like a lot of drama. I don't know what score hidden means. I've never noticed that before. 0 points. Alright, just saw a comment I don't like, but it's show interest in her hobbies. Ask her to show you her drawings or tell you what she's reading. Don't just compliment though. You have to dig in. Blah blah blah. My dad always pretty distant growing up. We lived in the same house, and yet I can remember days he didn't speak to me at all. There are a few moments that I can remember clear as day where he took a minute to show interest. Let me just check if we're still recording. Okay, good. There are a few moments in what I was doing, and it meant a lot to me. Okay. All right, so this is an uplifting post, and I won't post this now, but I'm gonna save this for later. I might think of something to do with this later, but I won't use this in the current one. It's not very popular, and I'll talk about something later on when I get to the end of what I found. Alright, and this is, what is your all-time favorite episode from any TV show? Bad Blood. Okay, so this is X-Files, okay. It says your favorite episode. Okay, your favorite episode. Okay, so you have to actually remember the episode name. Interesting. Fawlty Towers, okay, that's a British it's a BBC show. I know these because I grew up in the Caribbean, and we got a lot of BBC shows. Okay, and The Sopranos, okay, and they talk about something. All right, scrubs. And I don't see a lot of these, so all right, I'm gonna put that one at the back as well. Any more? What looks significantly scarier at 3 a.m.? Remembering the important thing you were supposed to do? Okay, that's too vague. At a sleepover. Okay, this is 5,000. Okay, that's not too bad. All right, so that's a story. Had a roommate in college about her. It's interesting. Why is this one so? Well, it's okay. It's 5K as well. Because this is just generic. Like I don't see. It doesn't really say anything. Why do people upvote this one? Okay, I wouldn't put this one in there, but because it doesn't really remembering that important thing you were supposed to do. Okay. All right, and what's the next one? The basement. Some stuff there. I don't know. Not exactly 3 a.m., but I once woke up around past 4. Once because my neighbor started mowing their lawn. There's something sinister about seeing someone mowing their lawn in the dark at 4 in the morning. 7 a.m. a bit weird, 9 a.m. fine, 4 a.m. 100% confirmed serial killer. Alright, so that's another, and those people comment on that. Sinister and freaking rude. And okay, so I think I can get some flying a kite. Alright, so I think I can get something there, so I'll put this one behind the teacher. Okay, that's it. Alright, so those are all of them, I think. Alright, so this would be probably, I mean, I wouldn't use all of these. So, and this is just going down one, I just went down one set of pages and I just found these. They're not necessarily great, but they don't have to be great based on what I've seen. People watch them. Some people watch them to the end because sometimes in there, something will connect with somebody. So you just have to pick out what you want. And obviously the ones that have been voted up, this one has over 9,000 comments in it. So whatever it is, people like it. I might not like it myself. In fact, this one didn't get a lot of upvotes compared to the others, but sometimes because the thread is very busy, then the votes are spread out. So let's see, that's 9,000. That's only 1,300. The first one was 9,500. This one is 3,000. This one is, okay, that's the main one. Sorry, ignore that. 49 comments. So people definitely, they don't care about uplifting stuff. And this is 25,000 comments. People watch a lot of TV. So this one, I think I'll do this as a special. I won't use it now, but I'll figure out a way to work this in special. People like to talk about TV shows. Okay, and those are them. So I think I'm gonna go with the one. Okay, the one with the most. Okay, it's one of these three. So 3,000, 5,000 points, 1,000, 2,000 points. So this one is actually more active. So I'm just gonna pick this one. And then I guess in my next video, I'll do that one and that one. So I don't know, we'll see. I think this one is okay. Although this first one, okay, so I have to cut this first one out because it's lame. So let's go to the next one. Okay, it's still 5,000. So we're gonna go with this one then. All right, let me see if I have enough comments. It looks like enough. Wow, that one is long. Okay, so now some of the videos that I've seen, they'll go on for 20 minutes. I don't know, I can't do 20 minutes right now. It's a lot. So anyway, how far? I'm talking a lot. Let's see. Okay, I've gone 20 minutes already. Just looking on content. All right, so let's start. So first thing I do is I have already assigned that I want it to be video 6. I might change my methodology, but this is what I'm working with for now. So first thing I do, I always capture. Oh, one other thing I didn't mention. Another tool I use is for my screen capture. I use Snagit. You can just do the normal thing for the screen, but the reason I use Snagit is I find that if I want to do something with the picture after I get it, it's easier for me to do it in there than to go load it in some other editing program, because you can edit the pictures in Snagit directly. So I have a little, what do you call these now, shortcut. I'm gonna capture the screen now. First thing I do is the question. I try to go from end to end. I don't think I got it correctly there. I'm just gonna kill that one. It doesn't have to be perfect, but since you guys are watching, I'm more, whatever that word is. I don't know. I'm lost for words right now. As I said, I just came back from the dentist, so please bear with me. All right, so I have my question, because I know that I'm gonna announce the question first, and I want to capture the images in the order that I will present them in the video, because when I'm ready to put them on the timeline, it's easier when they're, although the last time I did it, they seem to not line up, but it's easier when they're in the order that I'm processing them, because I just drop them on the timeline and then I just sync up with the audio. But let's see what happens this time. As I said, I've never done this before. This one. So we'll see what happens. I may end up looking silly in the end, but such is the life. All right. So once I capture that, then I need to also capture the text. And I didn't do the text here yet. So what I do normally is I have a little template, but I'm gonna go. Oh, what did I say? Videos. Okay, bear with me. Because I'm talking, I forgot. Okay, so it's video 6. So I'm gonna create my folder. And I'm working on a Mac, but I also use PCs as well. But this one is on a Mac. And then I'm gonna create the subfolders that I need. So I usually have one for audio. I have one for text. They don't need these, but I just use it to keep a little organization. And then I have the photos. And I think those are the only 3 I need. Yes, okay, good. And then in my text, I'm going to create a file, and I usually give it, I just call it, what's the name of it? Content dot, and then the name of the video dot text. So I don't normally use this editor, but I'm using it in this case because my other editor is on my other screen. I have more than one screen, and I didn't want to have to close everything out to do the video. So this is my backup editor. Okay, that's not what I wanted. Okay, just want to make sure I put it in the right folder. So it's my Reddit videos. Okay, let's go again. Reddit videos, video 6, text, and I said it was content dot video 6.txt. Okay, so just bear with my little OCD here. All right, and then I have I'm using the old one, so I just put this in there before, so that it makes it easier. All right, so that's my thing. I'm gonna come back and fix it afterwards, but I just wanna have the content there. And then I can start copying the screens. And basically all I'm doing is, here, I just copy the text. I copy from here. It's gonna be ugly in the thing, but I go through and fix it afterwards. So I just copy them as I go along, because I need this text, because this text is gonna be read by the generated voice. So I need to have some text as the basis. So as I capture the screen, I do the text at the same time. So it makes the process a little bit longer, but at least by the time I'm done capturing all the screens that I think I'm going to work with, I have the text as well to go with it. I'm going to save this just in case. All right, so we know we're not going to do the first one because it didn't really have anything in there. We're going to do this one, so I'm going to, and sometimes I just copy them. Sometimes I don't even read them. You should read them, but sometimes I'm just doing it like a drone. I'm like, oh, I'm tired. I'm just reading this. I'm just copying this. So I go end to end. I don't care about the name. Then I copy this. I want the name of the person posting. When I said I don't care about the name, I don't care about the name of the file. They're just all time-stamped in that case. Date stamped, I guess time-stamped as well. And then I paste this here. That's the second one. Sorry. And then other roommates borrowed a little sister of life because okay, that might work. So we'll go with that. And ultimately, we don't want to spend too long on it, but at the same time, we want to have interesting content. Images you turning a corner. Imagine you turning a corner. Oh, okay. All right, so this is a reply to that. So I'm gonna get that. Oops. Oh, okay, something I just forgot. Okay, so you see, this is a mistake I just made. I didn't do something that I should have done. So I'm gonna have to start over now. So what I normally do too is that if I'm doing the ask Reddit, based on my previous stuff, I have always, I try to work with the size being, and when I'm copying it from here, I go up to 250% because it helps with the way the images come out. So now I have to start over. So I'm gonna go back into my thing here. I'm only at 3, so it's fine. I already have the text for it, so I don't have to do that part. So I'm just gonna delete these. I delete them so that I don't mix them up again, and then I'm gonna start again. So the images are clearer when I capture them at this resolution. So it shouldn't take too long. That's the first one. Let's get the first thread. Sorry, I was just making sure that I didn't skip too far down. Second one. And I like to capture the whole thing so that at least when the person is looking on the screen, they see that this is the whole post. Even though I know some people don't even put that. Some people only put the text, but that's just my preference. You can do whatever you want to do. I'm just old school, I guess. Okay, so now we're good. So we're back to 3. All right, now this one. That's kind of funny, but I think it might. We can skip those. Here are some other replies. All right, this is talking about Justin Bieber. But this talked about cardboard cutout. So that's all that really matters. And then we got this one reply. Yeah, sometimes I don't go further than more than one. This is still talking about the lawnmower guy. All right, so now we're at another question now. 2000. All right. I'm not even going to read it. Although I should read it. Okay, a person under a street lamp. Okay, so we'll do this just because of the next thing after it. And I haven't been doing a good job of keeping track. Normally I do a better job because I'm talking to you guys, I haven't been. Yeah, when I'm not talking, I'm not distracted, and I do a better job of lining up the things. All right, here is a long story. It's a little bit too long, but it might help me to reach to my 10 minutes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do it in two pieces. I think, let's see. So 2 sentences. Let's see. 2 sentences. 2 sentences. Okay, so I'm gonna do it in 3 pieces. 2 sentences at a time. So I can go here. Okay, I can go here. I can do it in 2. I don't want too much images. Alright, that's the first one. Oops, where did I stop? Voice. And then from voice, I do the second one. Yeah, that's fine. Yep. Alright, and then this is a long text. And of course, there's some swearing in there, but it's not too bad. And then that's a reply. And so I'll have to come back and fix that one. Alright, I'm gonna go onto another screen that you can see, and I'm gonna open that file, open, and it is content video 6. Sorry you can't see this, but I'm just not as familiar with this editor. This other editor, I know exactly where to click. Okay, so it says that we're at 1794 words. I think it's close enough. But I'm going to try to get 2 more screenshots just to make sure. I want us to hit the 10-minute target, and all right, let's see if I can go quickly. gonna skip over those. I'm gonna save this. I'm hoping that we got closer, although I don't think we got that far. All right, good. Now we're over 2000. So we're at 2008. So let's test my theory. Now note that this has a bunch of extra text like this stuff, and that stuff doesn't count in the video, but just based on what I've been seeing when I've copied. So far I've gone up to 1500. That was about 8 minutes. So I'm just making assumptions here. So we're learning this together. Let's see if the 2000 will give me my 10 minutes that I was expecting. And remember, the 10 minutes is end to end. It doesn't mean 10 minutes of content per se. It's 10 minutes from the beginning of my video. I have a little thing at the beginning and I have a little thing at the end, and then everything in between would be this content. Alrighty. Alright, so once I've done that, I have my script here. I have all my pictures here. I'm going to take all my pictures and I'm going to export them. I just find it easier doing this. I do export. Now I believe it will keep them in the order, although last time, you know what happened? Let me do it the way I did the first time. I clicked here, and I clicked at the end, and then I said export. Something weird happened the last time I did the videos. They were all in the wrong order, so I don't know what happened. I don't know, last time they got messed up, so I have no idea what's going on the last time. Alright, I'm gonna keep my download folder. Now, then I'm gonna do my audio thing. Now this part takes a little bit long, but let's see how fast we can get through it. Let's see how far I am. I'm almost certain I'm gone way past the time. Holy cow. Oh, this is ridiculous. Alright, so first thing is I'm gonna do off the first one. Alright, I have to do the question. So the question is, what looks significantly scarier at 3 a.m.? So, and the question today from whoever is this part, and I have to put the person's name. I know that my reader program doesn't, it puts underscore. It says out the underscore, so I'm going to remove the underscore. And everything else is what I usually say. And then I can delete this because this is the initial post. So Monkey News, the question. Where did this come from? Okay, I don't know where that came from, but I'm not gonna go back to find out. I think that's reasonable. Actually, let me look at the picture. Maybe the picture might tell me. Here. I don't even see. I don't know. Maybe it's. I don't know. Sorry. All right, and then I take this and put it into my voice maker program. Now this thing, I have a subscription here. This thing costs about $5 per month. It is in beta. I believe it will be more than $5 a month when it comes out of beta, but for the time being, I use it. It gives me up to 3,000 characters per conversion, and it's just $5 flat. It's very reasonable. I like the voices. The voice I pick is I usually go with Neural Matthew, and then I tell it I use conversational, and for parts of it I will use the normal speed, and then for parts of it I use a slower speed. So this part, which is the intro, I use the normal speed. So let's see.
Welcome. And the question today from M0 Key News is, what looks significantly scarier at 3 a.m.? Hi, This is Derek. I just put the drama llama, Fred, back in his llama pen so that I can do this quick video for you with some of the stuff that Fred found on Reddit earlier today. Oh boy, let's get ready for some drama.
Alright, so that's my first one. And then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to record this, but I think I might have to I might have to speed up this part. I don't know. We'll see you in the end video what happens. So I'm just going to go through and do these. I'll leave my timer running, but I probably won't go through each of these. I'm going to go through it now, but I'll probably speed it up because it's going to take a while. Alright, so I'm just going to do them now one by one. Alright, so I save that one. Okay. Okay, so now we have all of the audio. I'm almost at the 2-hour mark. This is ridiculous. Alright, so I guess that's what you get when you try to go for the longer video. Alright, so what do we do next? So we have our audio here, and I'm going to copy them over to our folder here under audio. And then now we start the fun part. So we have our pictures, we have our screen grabs, we have our audio. I have the text file. I was editing it as I went along. Alright, so this is what the script ended up looking like. Oh, I missed one more thing. Okay, I have to go back. I didn't do the end part. Although I think I don't need it, but we'll see. I usually have an end thing, but I think I have a pre-made one that is generic so that I don't have to do it over. The only part I have to do is the beginning because I include the question every time. So that one is fine, but then for the end, I just showed the picture of the, well, you'll see. Alright, so I think I have everything to proceed, but this is what the script looks like. It's basically that, and then I have these breaks in there. And every now and again, I think like down here, there is, I wanted it to spell out these letters, so I have to tell it. So sometimes that takes a little bit longer than you want it to take, but I'm done with that now. And now I'm going to use Camtasia. Now I've used Camtasia in the past and I've done some edits already. So what I did was I created a little template, and I'm going to use that template so that I don't have to spend the whole time setting up the project and all that stuff. So I'm going to say new project from template, and I have one for the Ask Reddit. Every time I do a new type I create, so I have one for some inspiration things. One is missing. I should have it for another type of Reddit, but we'll see. New. Alright, and then this is my basic template. Sorry, this is my basic project. It has my starting thing with my question and placeholders. It has my music. My music goes on for about, I think 12 minutes or 13 minutes, 12 minutes. And then I have my background, which I will put as long as I need it to be. Alright, this is what it looks like.
Welcome. And the question today from Dylan7404 is, what's the worst thing you got away with while you were in school?
Alright, that's obviously not the question today. So what I need to do now is I'm going to bring in those things for the project. So I bring in the media, which would be all of my things for video 6. So my audio. Oh, make sure they're in the right order. So this is, yep, that's the right order. And then I bring in all the ones for the pictures. Alright, let's just put them on the timeline. I think they're in reversed order. So I think if I go here, I keep forgetting what these mean. Sort by, okay, whatever they mean. This looks like the right thing. And when I actually put them on the timeline, I'll figure them out. So this is my track for my audio. So I'm just gonna drag them and drop them here. I give a little space so I can work with those. And then I'm gonna bring in my screens. So I go to, sorry, my photos. I don't think the order here matters. It's when I'm putting it on the timeline that it matters. And this is usually the tricky part, because it's just such a hassle to resort them. But let's see if I make this wider. All right, let's see. I think if I say preview, you can see which one this is. Preview. Okay, good. So that's the question. So I believe if I select them this way, they'll be in order. And then I just drag them. My picture track is this. I also bring that out here. And then the first thing I want to do is, just to make things go quick, I have this effect. I want to change it back, but Let me change it. I like what it had before, and I went and messed with it. Okay, so bottom, I want it to be a shifting. Oh no, okay, I remember now. What happened is that I had a thing that was rotating, but the rotate is a transition, and it's more work to put the transitions on than to just use this. So I'll just go with this. It's not a lot of work, but you have to put the transitions on all of them. It's just annoying. So I'm just gonna go with it. So I can highlight all of these. I can make my timeline smaller, highlight all of these. I do a paste effect, and it puts that effect on all of these. That speeds up my time, so I have to do them one by one. And all the effect is doing, it's just dropping it on the screen. It's gonna bounce around a little bit, and then it will move off the screen for the next one. So they'll just slide in like that. The next thing is that some of these images, because I was doing them a certain way, I have to resize them. So this shows the general size of all of them, and I want them to be, oh, let me just pick one. What's the biggest one? This looks like the biggest one. 1805. Okay, I can make all of them 1800. Obviously I don't have a science to this yet, but at some point I'll be writing down some of these. That way I can follow all of them. So I can do this 1805. So they all end up being around the same size, so that when they move in and out, it doesn't look too jarring. And they stay on the screen, and it will just automatically size the other side of the video. Alright, then I can get rid of this, and I'll replace it with this question. This is my question in this first one. And then all I do now is just slide them in and bring them in as I go along. Now my audio is different. I get rid of this and I replace it with this one. I'm not sure why I have it in 2, but that should be good enough. And then my first question starts here. And notice I can see that the talking doesn't start until here. So what I do, I usually bring this out a little bit more, and then I have these overlap. They touch each other. And generally, sometimes I can tell where the gap is, but I can't tell here. Like these little things, I'll get it as I go along. So I'm just gonna quickly go through and do this. I'll probably speed the video up as well, but let's see what happens.
Welcome. And the question today from M0 Key News is, what looks significantly scarier at 3 a.m.? Hi, this is Derek. I just put the drama llama, Fred, back in his bed. Oh boy, let's get ready for some drama. Dumbass you and your answer. At a sleepover in 8th grade.
Okay, so this one is a long one, so more than likely it will go all the way to here.
The Vampire Diaries, dudes. I almost shit my pants.
Okay, so now I got to the end. I actually ran out of music, so I'm gonna have to fix that shortly. And I have this preset end credits thing. Basically, it pops up something on the screen and brings in my end stuff. But I need to extend my background out. So I lost my background all the way back here. So I did. Oops. I did pass the 10-minute mark. I'm now at 12 minutes. Actually, more than 12 minutes. Let's see. I'm at 12 and a half minutes. I think, yeah, I'm not working. I need to get this thing fixed. I probably need to put this in the end credits. I'm gonna figure this out. And then I also need to fix my sound. And then I need to bring my question back in. So I go all the way to the beginning and I copy my question and I bring it back over here. But then I need the end to line up properly. So just to make things, oops, I did the wrong thing. Well, actually, that was right. I just need to move it to the right. So I go here. So just to make things, oops, just to make things line up properly, I'm going to expand this and I'll just copy these out. So I haven't worked out this part yet, where I can work with this end credit. I'm going to take this end credit, move it over to here, and then I'm going to paste these. Because I don't know where the question lines up with this sound. That's the part I don't know. And then this will end with everything else right here. Nope, it will end with this end credit here. And then I need to just fix my sound. And I'll be back shortly. So I have a track where this is my music track and I have it doing 4 loops. So I guess now I have to add a 5th loop in there so that I can make it go out. So I use Audacity for that. So I'm gonna do that quickly and come back. Okay, so I have to break the video. My son came in, but I basically went and redid the audio. I was gonna do a ×5, but I just decided to do a ×8. I just doubled it because it was easier and I can always trim it when I need it in here. So I brought it in a while ago and it is, I can't find it. It is more than likely here. So this is 23 minutes. So the last one was 11 and something, almost 12 minutes, and now we have 23 minutes. So I'll just bring it in on the track. I'll go to the beginning. I don't think I have to go to the beginning, but I'm still kind of new at this, so go to the beginning. You know what? I don't remember. Oh, okay, let's go back. I don't think I started from the beginning before. See, it was a little bit in. Now, there are things you can put markers on this, but I find once I turn the markers on, it starts behaving weird. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm just going to estimate it. When I zoom into the track, it's easier. Oh, come on. All right, so that's about, oh, I can put the head. I can put the playhead there. So the playhead is around here. And if I delete this, whatever I bring in it will put it. It's easier to put it at the playhead. See, you put on the lowest track at the playhead. Okay, all right, that's not what I wanted, but let's just do it the old-fashioned way. I'll bring it in and then it should snap. There you go. All right, so we have the beginning. Let's go back and do the end. Oh, I need to zoom out. It's too much scrolling. Okay, that's way too far. So I could have cut it. Yeah, it's probably easier to just cut it. So I'll just cut it. I'll just drop the playhead here, and I'll do a split. And I can just delete that part. And here now, this looks different.
More drama for me.
Alright, so what I did before, I just ended it with a video, so you get this little thing.
It's like Fred is out of his pen again. I think he found more drama for me supposedly. See you soon.
That thing went off too quick. It doesn't look right, but okay, let's go with that. Every time I do this, it looks a little different, but I'll get better at it as I learn the tools more and more. All right, so I think that's the end of that, and then I will render it and review it, but I think that's pretty much the end of that video. So I'll start exporting it now. I will call it, it's video 6, so I think it's just DL dash and then the video name. That's been my convention, DL dash video 6. And that will take a while to render. In the meantime, I'll just talk about a couple of things. So first thing is that actually took me 2.5 hours. So that's what I am now. Let me see on my phone, it's saying, looks like it's right. Yep. And I did get more than I expected. I expected a 10-minute video, but I got like, I think that was about, there you go, 12.5 minutes end to end. So maybe the content was about, because I have like about a half a minute, and then I have about a half a minute at the end. That is, you know, the other stuff. So I think that should be good. So this is the longest one I've created so far. So based on that, my last word count was, that removal is around just under 2,000. So there wasn't much extra fluff in there to take out, but that gives me about 12.5 minutes. That's actually wasn't too bad. It's longer than I thought I was gonna spend, but still not too bad. Alright, so after that, what I'll do is I'll just go to the channel, I'll do the upload, but I won't do it here in the video. It's already too long, but you know that part already. My channel is here. This is one of the things with YouTube, is that once you start, because I was researching some of these other types of channels, and once you start watching those videos, then you get a whole bunch of those. But anyway, that's YouTube for you. You get whatever you start watching something, you get a whole bunch of other stuff. Let me continue with what I had here. Yeah, so basically it took me about 2.5 hours to do that 12-minute video. Now, what are my thoughts on this? I think that based on what you saw, there is unlimited content there from Reddit, right? I think that I underestimated the amount of time it would take to make these videos. And I also underestimated the effect of creating these videos can have on you. Now, they don't have any effect on me, but I'm just thinking, if I create more and more of these videos every day, because, you know, look at these guys. These guys on these channels, they make a lot. So let's pick one of the, let's pick this guy. He's Reddit Tales. They're making videos, some of them are even more than one per day. See this guy, 3 hours, 7 hours. So he does like 2 videos per day. Now, it's possible that he's not the one making these. It's possible that he's having people do these, but these are monetized channels. This is an interesting ad from Walmart. This is a 20-minute video. I watched some of these, and some of these things are quite disturbing. And I think this stuff does something to you. That's what I think. And I don't see myself making a lot of these videos. I think they're gonna do something to me. And as I said, I'm a positive person, so I just don't know. But I'm gonna try and see how long I can do this. Alright, so I did this, I did the audio, I did the music. Well, I use the same music. I didn't do the thumbnail yet. Sorry, I didn't get into that part of it. But basically, I would go into Canva, and I have a thumbnail template. I think this is what they look like for the Ask Reddit. And I just make a copy of this, and then I just go to find an appropriate picture. So in this case, I'm doing scariest things at 3 in the morning. So I guess I would just look for maybe, okay, I'm gonna think, maybe I look for a graveyard scene or something like that. And then I put that on the thumbnail here. Actually, I'm gonna change it because at one point I don't know. I'll put something. I'll play around with a couple pictures, and then I just download that picture and put it with my video. So I kind of worked out what I think they're gonna look like, and I have a little template that I created. They're not the best, but I'll go with that for now. Alright, so what I was saying is, I think doing a lot of that kind of content will do something to your mind. I'm not really afraid of that, but it's just gonna bring me down, and I don't like to be down. I'm a positive person. So what I decided is that I am going to do some of the confession things I looked at. Some of them are really, really bad. But I did decide that in order to kind of offset, even though the inspiration ones are not popular threads. So let's look at this one. I did a video here. It is like, it's every week people will post, and I think it's just general. I don't know if the people who will subscribe to the channel would appreciate some positive vibes. But I'm gonna put that in there. I think like every Friday I'll put some positive, I'll put up inspirational video, because I don't know, I just don't like all the down stuff. So that's my feedback. I think that does something to you if you're going to be putting out all that content yourself. Now it's possible, as I said, these guys who have this channel, maybe the guy who owns this channel, I'm sorry, I'm assuming it's a guy. It could be a guy or a girl, it doesn't matter. It could be that they're making enough money where they don't have to do it themselves, so they could be hiring somebody to make that content for them, because this stuff will mess you up. And then the people who watch this stuff, there are lots of people that watch this stuff. Like, today is what? We're on the, this is just today. He posted this today and it's 4,000 views already. I mean, you know, these are big channels. They've been around for a while. So it will take a while for us to get to this point, but it doesn't matter. It's basically, the strategy is you post the thing daily, consistently. And I don't think it has to be twice per day, but obviously they are doing twice per day. But there is obviously enough content out there, but some of this stuff is really just not, I don't think I could do all this stuff. So as I said, I'm doing this to practice, but it's likely that I'm gonna have to find a different way. But I'll do this for now, because it's the only content that I can come up with on a regular basis, just based on the amount of time I have to spend on other things. I'm not sure how long I'll be able to stay with the Reddit stuff, just because it's just a mind thing. That's just me. Okay, well, thanks for watching, and I will try to give an update as I go along. Bye.